Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is this birthday card. I think it would be suitable for a male or a female. I've used the Birds and Branches stamp set for the images and the Special Someone stamp set for the sentiment. The paper is from the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper pack. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you are interested in reproducing it, you can take a screenshot and refer to it later. This is the Birds and Branches stamp set, and I'm using these two bird images, the feet, the nest and the eggs. I'm going to start by stamping the nest, and I'm going to use crumb cake ink first of all. I'll ink up my stamp and then I'll stamp it off onto some scrap paper once. I'm now going to add some additional colour using a couple of the Stampin' Right markers. The first one is in soft suede, and then I'll add some early espresso afterwards. And I'm just randomly adding the colour all over the nest image. Now once I'm happy, I'll pick up the stamp and I'll huff on it. The crumb cake ink has probably started to dry, so the warm breath will re-moisten the ink and then I can stamp it. I'm using a different colour for each of the bird images, Pretty Peacock and Early Espresso. I'll start with the more solid image and use Pretty Peacock. Again, I'm going to stamp this off once before stamping it onto my Whisper White card. Then I'll use the Early Espresso to stamp the more defined image. The bird's feet will also be stamped using Early Espresso, and then I'm going to stamp the 3 eggs using Pretty Peacock. And these I'll stamp off once before stamping onto the card. I'll be using the Happy Birthday sentiment from the Special Someone stamp set. I'll stamp the sentiment using Versamark ink, but first I want to prep the cardstock using an embossing buddy. This will remove any static. Then I can stamp my sentiment and cover with white embossing powder. I'll then melt the powder with my heat tool. I'm going to die cut the sentiment using one of the Tasteful label dies, and then all the other elements can be die cut using the Birds and More dies. The die for the eggs will cut out all the eggs in one go, but they will be cut out individually. The Whisper White mat that goes underneath my images will be embossed using one of the greenery embossing folders, and it's the top design that I'll use. My card base is in Pear Pizzazz, and this is half a standard sheet of card, scored in the middle and folded to create a portrait card base. Then I have a mat of the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper, and then I have my embossed Whisper White panel and another piece of Pear Pizzazz to layer it onto. For inside the card I have a Whisper White mat and another strip of the matching Designer Series paper to decorate it with. And that's it, my card is now finished. Another very simple and quick card to create. And here's another look at my original card. I used Pretty Peacock for the card base and the layers this time. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.